All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call I'm La Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, by Shem, Rakakwadash, that belongs to the Apostle Great Millstone. Peace, bless, and salutation to the elect, scattered abroad. So the title of this one gonna be "Better It Is to Die Without Children than to Have Them, which are ungodly." All right. Um, as it reads, Jeremiah 4:22, "My people are God's children. You know, to do good they have no knowledge. To do evil they know everything, but to do good they have no knowledge." So, um, being out there on the highways and byways, you see our people, and you see the state that they're in, and when you just live around Jake for long enough, you start to get tired of Jake, man. You know, we're tired of our own people, man. Like Chris Rock said, you know, I love black people, but I hate niggas. So yeah, man, we don't take pleasure in the ungodly. Okay, the wicked. So as it says in Zechariah 13:8, two parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third part shall be left therein. So I'm gonna get the G and T. I'm gonna get the G and T first. What? Actually, I'm gonna read the KJV and then get the G and T version of it, so we could compare and contrast. All right, what's being said here? All right, now it says, Sirach 16:1. It says, "Desire not a multitude of unprofitable children, neither delight in ungodly sons." All right, and though they multiply, rejoice not in them, except the fear of the Lord be in them. Right, in the kingdom of heaven, we're all gonna have the fear of the Lord. All right, but here it is in this society, in this social experiment, known as Babylon. We don't, none of these niggas fear the Lord. You know, they're under a spell, um, a witchcraft spell that this devil, the so-called white man, has put them under. By orders of the Most High. That is. So it says, "Trust not in their life, neither respect their multitude. For one that is just is better than 1,000, and it's better to die without children than to have them which are ungodly." All right, and most of our people are ungodly. All right, for by one that hath understanding shall the city be replenished, and but the kindred of the wicked shall become speedily desolate. Right, they don't come to naught. So it says, verse 5. "Many such things have I seen with my eyes, and my ears have heard greater things than these." It says, "In the congregation of the ungodly shall be a fire kindled, and in the rebellious nation wrath is set on fire. He was not pacified towards the old giants who fell away in the strength of their foolishness." All right, when Jake went off, the Lord was not pacified towards them. He still judged them. All right. "Neither did he spare the place where Lot sojourned, but abhorred them for their pride." All right. Sodom and Gomorrah would receive the same fate, destruction, right? Fire, brimstone. It says, verse 8, "Neither spare he the place where Lot sojourned, but abhorred them for their pride. He pitied not the people of perdition who were taken away in their sins, nor the 600,000 footmen who were gathered together in the hardness of their hearts. And if there be one stiff-necked amongst the people, it is a marvel if he escape unpunished. For mercy and wrath are with him, and he is mighty to forgive and to pour out displeasure." So the Lord is mighty to pour out his displeasure upon the earth. Okay. He's about to pour out his displeasure, his wrath. All right, that's poured out without mixture. Right. The Lord's destruction come with no chaser. All right. While the rest of you people are sleeping, lost in the sauce, you know, we seeking the Lord 10 times more. All right. So if there be one stiff neck amongst the people, it is a marvel if he escapes unpunished. Right. If it be one stiff neck among the people, and our people are all stiff necked, you know. So mercy and wrath are with him, for he is mighty to forgive and to pour out displeasure. As his mercy is great, right? It says so also is his correction. And he judged the man according to his works. The sinner shall not escape with his spoils, and the patience of the godly shall not be frustrated. Okay, so the patience of your brothers that's in his truth, your labor should not be frustrated. It says, make way for every work of mercy, and for every man shall find according to his works. Your niggas gonna reap what you sow. Galatians 6:7 said, be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. What a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Right. So all these people walk by this truth and all this, we're gonna reap what they sow. They don't take this truth seriously. They don't care. They got other better things to do than worship the Father in spirit and truth. You know, they're gonna meet their demise, because the Lord is a jealous power. And he will give you up to your vile affections. Pursuant to Romans 1:26 on down. Okay, so like that one Jake that came up to the camp earlier. He was inquiring sincerely, right? That's the type of spirit you're supposed to be in. You know, but So the Lord's going to give you according to what your work shall be. The Lord hardened Pharaoh that he should not know him, that his powerful works might be known to the world. His mercy is manifest unto every creature, and he has separated his light from the darkness with the adamant. And say not thou, I will hide myself from the Lord. Shall any remember me from above? I shall not be remembered among so many people. For what is my soul among such an infinite number of creatures? Behold, the heaven and the heavens of the heavens, the deep and the earth and all that is therein shall be moved when he shall visit. Okay, because the scriptures say the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, right? So the heaven and the heavens, the upper atmosphere, right? The space itself, okay, everything's gonna be affected, even in the spiritual realm, right? Everything's gonna be affected when the Lord visits this earth. It says, verse 19, the mountains also and the foundation of the earth shall be shaken with trembling when the Lord looketh upon them. No heart can think upon these things worthily. Who is able to conceive his ways? It is a tempest which no man can see, for the most parts of his works are hid. Whew. But the Lord's work is about to be shown. Okay. The scripture says, surely thou art a power to hide thyself in the earth. Right. But the Lord is no longer going to hide himself. For the most part of his works are hid, but they're going to be shown forth. Right. So it says, verse 21, it is a tempest which no man can see, for the most parts of his work are hid. Who could declare the works of his justice, or who can endure them? For his covenant is afar off, and the trial of all things is in the end. The trial of all things is in the end. And here it is, we're at the end. Right? So the trial is about to come, the hour of temptation. Right? It says, he that wanteth understanding will think upon vain things, and a foolish man erring imagineth follies. And niggas, they have a stupid ass mentality, right? A foolish man erring imagineth follies. They imagine folly all the day long. They thinking about stupid shit. How to get more followers on Instagram. How to boost their presence on social media. How to one up their brothers. How to usurp their brothers. How to rob and cheat and steal. How to sell more drugs. A foolish man and erring imagineth follies, right? But he that wanteth understanding will think upon vain things. They think about vain things. It says, my son, hearken unto me and learn knowledge, and mark my words with thine heart. I will show forth doctrine and wait, and declare his knowledge exactly. The works of the Lord are done in judgment from the beginning, and from the time he had made them, he disposed the parts thereof. He garnished his works forever, and his hand are the chief of them unto all generations. They neither labor nor are weary nor cease from their works. None of them hindereth another, and they shall never disobey his words. See all the works of the Lord. All things obey the Most High's will. This is link right up with Sirach 18:3. All right, all things obey his will. So verse 29. After this, the Lord looked upon the earth and filled it with his blessings. With all manner of living things hath he covered the face thereof, and they shall return into it again. That's right. That's called the cycle of life. That's what that's called. All right. From the dust you are, and from the dust you shall return. Or to the dust you shall return. Sirach 16 in the GNT. All right. So I read it in the KJV and read it in the GNT. It says, a large family, verse 1, a large family is nothing to be desired if the children are worthless. All right. Is Israel not a large family? So there's nothing to be desired if Israel is worthless. So right now, you know, Israel, there's a sand, there's seed, they're all over the place, but they're a bunch of unprofitable little nigglets, you know, that are really good for nothing. So it says, godless children are nothing to be proud of. Verse 2, no matter how many children you have, don't look on them with pride unless they fear the Lord. Do not put much hope in the future or expect them to live a long time. One child who does the Lord's will is better than 1,000 who do not. It is better to go to your grave with no children at all than to have children who are godless. The city's population may grow because of the wisdom of one person, while a whole tribe of lawless people disappears. I have seen such things many times and have heard of even more striking examples. The Lord's flaming anger will break out against a small gathering of sinners or a disobedient nation. He did not forgive those ancient giants who rebelled against him, confident of their own strength. He detested the arrogance of the people among whom Lot lived, and he did not spare them. He showed no mercy on that nation, which he doomed to destruction for its sins, nor on those 600,000 people on a march through the wilderness who gathered together in stubborn rebellion. Even if there had only been one stubborn person, it would have been a miracle if he had escaped unpunished. The Lord is merciful, but he can also become angry, and he can be overwhelming in his forgiveness or in his anger. Verse 12, his punishment is as severe as his mercy is great. He judges people by what they have done. No sinner can escape with what he has stolen. The Lord will reward the patience of devout people. Every righteous person will be rewarded. Everyone will get what he deserves. Whew. Ooh, do. So every righteous person will get what he deserves, right? Every just man. It says a just man is a morally upright individual, righteous in the eyes of the Most High, equitable, fair, impartial in one's dealings, right? Not a hypocrite, not a demon, fitting, proper, conforming to standards or rules, justifiable in one's reasoning, righteous or sincere. Let thy life be sincere, right? So I write 5 and 9, verse 10 on down. It says, upright, righteous, equitable, in order, in accordance with the law, true, proper, perfect, complete. All right, mark the perfect man, for that end of that man is peace. Psalms 37:37. All right. So a just man. Cornelius, a just man. Lot, a just man. So on and so forth, man. Just men, righteous men of understanding, not the men of this fucking world, because the men of this world are not men of understanding. The scriptures say, let us be delivered from wicked and unreasonable men, for all men have not the faith. All men have not the faith. So it says, Wisdom of Solomon 3:1. It says, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery. And their going from us seems to be utter destruction. but they are in peace. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet their hope is full of immortality. Right? What is Jake hoping for outside of this truth? You know, what do they have to look forward to, man? You see, there's no hope, right? So it said, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, and verse 5, and having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself. As gold in the furnace hath he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. Right? That's why it says, make thy body a living sacrifice, right? Verse 7. In the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. Daniel 12. It said, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased, right? And it says, it also says that many shall arise to everlasting shame and contempt, right? But it says, they that turn many to righteousness shall shine as the stars forever and ever. All right. So they shall run in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. They shall judge the nations. It says, and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. Right. And they that put their trust in him shall understand the truth. And such as be faithful and love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he hath care for his elect. Right. But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord. For whoso despises wisdom and nurture, he is miserable, and their hope is vain, and their labors are what? Unfruitful, and their works are unprofitable. Their wives are foolish, their children are wicked, their offspring is cursed. 2/3 a cursed offspring, man. A wicked, cursed offspring, right? Wherefore blessed is the barren that is undefiled, which have not known the sinful bed. She shall have fruit in the visitation of souls. And blessed is the eunuch, which with his hands hath wrought no iniquity, nor imagined wicked things against the Most High. For unto him shall be given the special gift of faith, and an inheritance in the temple of the Lord, more acceptable to his mind. For glorious is the fruit of good labors, and the root of wisdom shall never fall away. As for the children of adulterers, they shall not come to their perfection, and the seed of an unrighteous bed shall be rooted out. For though they live long, yet shall they be nothing regarded, and their last age shall be without honor. Or if they die quickly, they shall have no hope, neither comfort in the day of trial. For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. Horrible is the end of these wicked niggas, man. So better it is to die without children than to have them that are ungodly, man. All right. It says, let me read it in the GNT. Right. It says, verse 16. Wisdom Solomon 3:16. I'm gonna get to the point. But children born of adultery or of a forbidden union would die of an early death. Yet, even if they do live a long time, they will never amount to anything. They will not be respected in their old age, and if they die young, they will have no hope or comfort on Judgment Day. Children born of a forbidden union suffer a miserable fate. That's right, and that's the wicked of our people that are basically known as bastards. And this, as it says in Hebrews the 12th chapter, right? The Lord chastised them who He loves, right? For who is he who the Father chasteneth not? So if the Father didn't chastise you, He deal with you as bastards, not the manner of a son. You know, that's why 2/3 ain't catching hell like we are. They living good. They having fun right now. While our heart is in the house of mourning, their heart is in the house of fucking mirth, and that's why they're gonna die in that mirth. and that damn happiness, that they living in with their daddy, the devil. It says Job 30:8, they were children of base men. Yeah, yeah, children of fools. They were violent in the earth, right? Children of fools. Esau's a fool, and you niggas have become fools because you made yourself underling to foolish men, desiring, you know, instead of desiring the sincere milk, which is the truth, you desire to stay on masses titty, you know, to the day you die. Proverbs 22:15. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it away. See, that's why our people, the Lord said He's gonna send scourges as plagues for amendment, because foolishness is bound in the heart of these little niggas. But the rod of correction is gonna drive it far away from them. You know, when the Most High visits them, for all this iniquity that they've been committing, you know, throughout the four corners of the earth, because the Lord's gonna visit Jake, the Lord's gonna visit Jake, man. But the main judgment is gonna take place here in Babylon, the Great, aka America, because this is the number one place where Jake is. Judah and Ephraim, who was oppressed together here. All right, Galatians 5 and verse 8, it says, this persuasion coming not of him that calleth you, right? A little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. But I have confidence in you through the Lord Yahushua that ye will be none otherwise minded. But he that troubleth you shall bear his own judgment, whosoever he be. So 2/3 are troubling us, man. Okay, because you refuse to come back to this truth, refuse to, you know, be a brother. You refuse to repent. So whosoever trouble us is going to bear their judgment. These niggas are troubling us, you know, and they're going to perish, because they're troubling us to this day. It says, Ecclesiastes 4 and 13, better is a poor and wise child than an old foolish king who would no more be admonished. You know, old foolish king that will no longer be admonished. Better is a poor and wise child, man. It's better to be a poor and wise child to be an old fool that will not be reproved. And that's how Jake is. They wax old in what their enemies' lands, you know, being reprobates. Just the script say Joshua and wax fat and kicked, man. All right. He's waxed fat and he's kicked. He kicked against the pricks. He's kicked against this truth, you know. It says, Wisdom of Solomon 14 and verse 26, disquieting of good men, forgetfulness of good turns, defiling of souls, changing of kind, disorder in marriages, adultery, shamefulness, uncleanliness. For the worshiping of idols, not to be named, is the beginning of the cause and the end of all evil. Right, the worshiping of idols, not to be named, is the beginning, is the cause and the end of all evil. It says, for either they are mad when they be married, or prophesy lies, or live unjustly, or else lightly forswear themselves. For in so much as they trust in idols, which have no life, though they swear falsely, yet they look not to be hurt. Howbeit for both causes they shall be justly punished. So you niggas are gonna get justly punished, man. All right, because you walk past us, because you refuse this truth. You refuse the blessings of the Lord. The knowledge, wisdom, understanding. You drive by. Like I tell you, this is why we do the sit down so much, because sometimes, like when we're out in the camp, we can't really get into the nitty gritty. Like, we have to hit the points as we go, but we can't really get into the and into every little thing that we want to touch on, while we out there, especially in the cold and everything. Um, but sometimes, when we don't get to it while we out there, we get to it, on these lessons. Um, so we get a more of a chance to go deeper into what we want to say, through the Spirit, through these scriptures, man. Because scoffers come up sometimes. The Spirit will have us go in different directions. While we're out there. But anyways, so it says, verse 28, for either they were mad. No, verse 30. Howbeit for both causes they were justly punished, right? Both because they thought not well of the Most High, giving heed unto idols, also unjustly swore in deceit, despising holiness. See, our people despise holiness. They despise that which is good for them. They drive by, they talk all kind of shit, and even Esau has the sense to be respectful, to something that they don't understand, right? But here it is, you niggas, you don't, because you got zero respect. You Negro Latinos, you got zero respect, man. For it is not the power of them by whom they swear, but it is the just vengeance of sinners that punisheth always the offense of the ungodly. Right. So the scriptures speak about woe to that man who offenses must come, but woe to that man through whom the offenses cometh. Right. So it is the just vengeance of sinners that punish always the offense of the ungodly. Right. That's why it says in Sirach 12, verse 3, there can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms. Give to the godly man, help not a sinner. Do well unto him that is lowly, and give not to the ungodly. Hold back thy bread, and give it not unto him, lest he overmaster thee thereby, for else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good that thou shalt have done unto him. For the Most High hateth sinners, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. Right. So the Most High hateth sinners. Give to the godly and help not the sinner. Right. So the wicked, they could get the middle finger. They get the stone cold Steve Austin treatment. The wicked of our people. It says in 1 Corinthians 16:20, if any man love not our Lord, how shall let him be anathema maranatha. All right. If any man does not love our Lord, if he don't believe in the Lord, then he's none of his. And that's the majority of our people. They're 2/3. You know, Zechariah 13:8, right? 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. But it can't come soon enough. It can't. These people are wicked, man. And they vex our righteous spirits. We have the spirit of the Lord Yahushua. They have the spirit of Saul. They have the spirit of Bar Jesus. They got the spirit of Judas Iscariot. They have the spirit of Antiochus Epiphanes. They have the spirit of Little Nas X. That's the spirit they got. All right, we have not received that spirit. Sirach 49 and verse 1. The remembrance of Josiah is like the composition of the perfume, is made by the art of the apothecary. It is sweet as honey in all mouths, and as music at the banquet of wine. He behaved himself uprightly in the conversation of the people, and took away the abominations of iniquity. He directed his heart unto the Lord, and in the time of the ungodly he established the worship of the Most High. All right, so look at that. Josiah, man, he directed his heart unto the Lord, and in the time of the ungodly or the wicked, he established the worship of the Most High. All right, because there's always been a difference between them that seek the Lord and serve Him and them that do not. So it says, 2 Peter 2:4, for if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into the chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. See, the world was ungodly back then. The Lord said he made man upright, but he sought out many inventions. Right? He looked down and he seen that every thought of man was wicked. And that's why he flooded the earth. And today, the Most High, he's looking down on the earth and he's seeing that every thought of man is wicked again. Every single thought of these niggas is wicked. You know? Every thought of you Negro, Latino, Native Americans, it lusted to envy. It lusted to wickedness. You know? So henceforth, why are you going to be destroyed? You know? Because of your folly. All right? And scripture say, give them no rest till the Lord make Jerusalem a praise on the earth. Isaiah 6:2-6. You know? I have set watchmen on the walls of Jerusalem that shall never hold their peace, day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. So, yeah, it's our job to get on you day and night. It says, verse 6, turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes and condemn them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those who would live ungodly. So you have examples. Romans 15:4, you have, it say, the things are written aforetime, written for our learning. So you have examples of the ungodly and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. For that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, and vex his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. That's right. So the Lord knows how to reserve the unjust, the wicked, to the day of judgment to be punished. See, every man's time is written. You know, scripture say, time and chance happen for every man. You know, so the sinner will not escape with his spoils, and the patience of the godly shall not be frustrated, man. Right? Ecclesiastes 41 and verse 5, it says, the children of sinners are abominable children. The children of the wicked are abominable children. And they that are conversant in the dwelling of the ungodly, the inheritance of sinners shall perish, and the posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. It says the children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake. Yeah, the children shall complain of an ungodly father. Woe be unto you, ungodly men, which have forsaken the law of the Most High God. If you increase, it shall be to your own destruction. Woo, woo, woo. Woe to you, ungodly men that have forsaken the law of the Most High. If you increase, it shall be to your own destruction, man. If you be born, you shall be born to a curse. And if you die, a curse shall be your portion. All that are of the earth shall return to the earth again. So the ungodly shall go from a curse to destruction. The ungodly shall go from the curses of Deuteronomy 28th chapter. They're going to go right into destruction. All right. So it says Deuteronomy 28:41, thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, but they shall go into captivity. See, we're in this society, and we're not enjoying our own people. We're not enjoying the babies that we have. We're not enjoying, the company of our own, because our own want to kill us. Our own want to put us to death. Our own want to take the money we have. They want to take your woman. They want to turn your boy out into a mole. All right. So here it is. We can't enjoy the sons and daughters we beget. You shall beget them, but you shall not enjoy them. They shall go into captivity. You have to work every fucking day. You could barely see them. You need a nanny to take care of them. You need the daycare. You need the system. Right? So Sirach 41 and verse 10, all that are of the earth shall turn to the earth again, so the ungodly shall go from a curse to destruction. The mourning of men is about their bodies, but an ill name of sinners shall be blotted out. The wicked, their name shall be blotted out the book of life, right? Have regard to thy name, for that shall continue with thee above 1,000 great treasures of gold. A good life hath but a few days, but a good name endureth forever. My children, keep discipline and peace, for wisdom that is hid and a treasure that is not seen. What profit is in them both? A man that hideth his foolishness is better than a man that hideth his wisdom. And you niggas, you can't even hide your foolishness. You can't even hide your folly. Okay, it's out. Everybody sees it. Okay, you got so much spirits on you. You know, everybody sees it. Therefore, be shamefaced according to my word, for it is not good to retain all shamefacedness, neither is it altogether approved in everything. Be ashamed of whoredom before father and mother, and of a lie before a mighty man and a prince. Right? Be ashamed of whoredom. Are you niggas are not ashamed of whoredom? You nigger Latinos out there, you're not afraid of whoredom. Ashamed of it, you know. You wear it on your sleeve. You know, you talk about it in your songs. You talk about it wherever you go. You hear it is all you talk about is wickedness. You know, that's all you talk about. That's all you talk about. You don't talk about nothing righteous. You know, Proverbs 19 and 23. The fear of the Lord tendeth to life, and he that hath it shall abide satisfied. And he shall not be visited with evil. A slothful man hideth his hand in his bosom, or will not as much as bring it to his mouth again. Lazy nigga. Smite a scorner. See, these fat niggas, they don't even want to eat no, they don't even want to move to eat. They want little robots to bring them everything to, you know, and feed them and shit. That's why they be like 600 pounds, man. You know, how you have a population of people that's all obese, you know, because Esau's the devil. He wanted our people, the people like this, especially our people. You know, he doesn't want a strong population that he can overcome. That he so that he will have a hard time overcoming them. He want a soft ass people that he could tread down like the mire in the streets. The scripts say, "My people as led as a flock to the slaughter, I would not suffer them to now dwell in the land of Egypt, but I would take them with a mighty hand, you know, about the land." So that's why the scripts say, "Then shall they say, this is the power of Israel that delivered our people from the land of the north," right? So it says, "A slothful man hide his hand in his bosom." Proverbs 19:24. A slothful man hide his hand in his bosom, and will not as much as bring it to his mouth again. Smite a scorner, and the simple will be beware. Reprove one that hath understanding, he will understand knowledge. He that wasteth his father and chaseth away his mother is a son that causes shame and bringeth reproach. See, you niggas are wasting the heavenly Father. You're wasting your fathers of today, which are your spiritual fathers, your brother, you know, your elders, your bishops. You're wasting them. You're chasing away your mother. Scripture say Jerusalem, which is free, she is the mother of us all, right? In the book of Galatians. So the 4th chapter, it says, "So he wasted his father, chased away his mother, is as a son that causes shame, bring a reproach. Cease, my son, to hear the instruction that causes thee to err from the words of knowledge." It says, "An ungodly witness scorneth judgment, and the mouth of the wicked devour iniquity. Judgments are prepared for scorners, and stripes for the backs of fools." So yeah, you niggas are a bunch of fools, and you're gonna get you're gonna get stripes for your back. Scourge is a sinful amendment, man. You know, shit. Scourges, real quick. Scourges. It says, Exodus 16 and verse 19. "Behold, famine, plague, tribulation, anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn away from their wickedness, nor always be mindful of the scourges." Yeah, you niggas will not consider why shit is happening to you until you all you are dead somewhere, you know. the 2/3 of you that is at least, because the Lord always left behind that remnant, which that show you how merciful and loving He is. Because if it wasn't for that remnant, we would all be consumed. Psalms 43:1, it says, "Judge me, O Most High, and plead my cause, and against the ungodly nation. O deliver me from the deceitful and unjust man, the bloody man. For thou art the power of of my strength. Why doest thou cast me off? Why go I mourning because of the oppression of the enemy? O send out thy light and thy truth, and let them lead me, and let them bring me into thy holy hill and into thy tabernacles. And then will I go up to the altar of the Most High, unto my power exceeding with exceeding joy. Yeah, upon the harp will I praise thee, O Most High, my power. Why art thou cast down, O my soul? Why art thou so disquieted within me? Hope in the Most High, for I yet will praise him, who is the health of my countenance and my power. All right, so deliver me, O Most High, and plead my cause against an ungodly nation, a bunch of wicked niggas, and deliver me from deceitful and unjust men. You know, an assembly of treacherous men. Psalms 1:1, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. Day and night. Time is it about midnight right now? Day and night. You're supposed to meditate on this thing. All right. And ultimately be fully persuaded about it and addicted to it. As it says in 1 Corinthians 16:13. All right. Because the professionals are working day in and day out. They in the gym. They ain't no fucking days off. For the professionals, they don't take no fucking vacations. To be great, you can't take no fucking vacations. All right. You gotta work till you fucking drop dead and then work again. You get resurrected like Lazarus. You die daily. The scripture say we die daily in this thing. But the inward man is renewed day by day. See? So Psalms 1 and 2, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, Yahweh Shemashah, and his law doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water. So, John 7:38. Out of he that believeth on me, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. Right. So it says, he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf shall also not wither. And whatsoever he doeth, it shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are as the chaff, which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. All right, Psalms chapter 3 and verse 1, it says, Lord, how are they increased that trouble me? Many are they that rise up against me. Many they be which say of my souls, there is no help for him in the Most High, Selah. But thou, O Lord, art my shield for me, my glory and the lifter up of my head. I cried unto the Lord my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill. I laid me down and slept. I waked, for the Lord has sustained me. And I will not be afraid of 10,000 people that have set themselves round about against me. Arise, O Lord, save me, O my power, for thou hast smitten all my enemies upon the cheekbone, and thou hast broken the teeth of the ungodly. So when you break the teeth of an animal, you take its strength from him. Okay, can't hunt, can't gather, can't really eat like that. You know, lion, his teeth are his strength. You know, his paws, obviously his physical strength, but his teeth. So the Lord said he's broken the teeth of the ungodly, their strength. Salvation belongs unto the Lord, and his blessing, thy blessing is upon thy people. The Lord's blessing is where? Upon the Lord's people. That's where the Lord is going to that's where the Lord is going to leave his blessing, you know, leave his mark upon the children of Israel, man. All right. Not the charagma. The charagma, that's for 2/3 to take. The wicked that shall bear their judgment, that shall bear their their folly, right? They're troubling us, so they're gonna bear they're gonna bear their indignation, all right? Because they want to play with us. The Lord's gonna put them in their place, man. They're gonna take that sea hip. They're gonna die out of famine. They're gonna go through it. Sirach 31. He that loveth his son cause him oft to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. The Lord is gonna destroy our 2/3 of our people, so that he may have joy of them in the end, right? He that chastise his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance. And he that teacheth his son does what grieves the enemy. Right? The Lord giving us this truth back. It makes this white man mad as hell. He's pissed off. All right. And before his enemy, he shall rejoice of him. So in the kingdom, the Lord's gonna rejoice over us because we're all gonna know the truth. We're all gonna have it written in our inward parts, and none of us are gonna go off being dumbasses, giving opportunities to the devil to speak reproachfully. Right? He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him. And though his father die, yet he is though as he were not dead, for he had left behind one that is like unto himself, an avenger, right? An avenger of his father. Okay. But I just want to touch on this topic real quick, man. One that is just is better than 1,000. And by one that hath the understanding shall the city be replenished. All right. So when it comes to these niggas, trust not in their life. Sirach 16:3. Trust not in their life, neither respect their multitude. For one that is just is better than 1,000. All right. Ecclesiastes 7 and 25. I applied my heart to know and to search and to seek out wisdom and to know the reason of things and to know the wickedness of folly and of foolishness and of madness. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snare and nets and her hands is as bands. Whoso pleaseth the Most High shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. Behold, this have I found, said the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account, which yet my soul seeketh, but I have not found one. One man of 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. Lo, this is only have I found that the Most High had made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions. Right. So here it is. The Lord said, one man of 1,000 have I found that I consider just, righteous. But out of those 1,000, he found not one single woman. Will show you that, really, there ain't no such thing as so-called righteous, her being so-called righteous, but she's righteous when she get with one of us. So anyways, yeah, help not the godly man. Help the godly man, help not the sinner. Yeah, 2/3 to hell with him. Desire not a multitude of unprofitable children, right? And neither delight in ungodly sons, right? Why we don't like Jake? Because they're ungodly, right? Though they multiply, though they be a lot of these niggas, rejoice not of them, except the fear of the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai, is in them, right? Trust not in their life, neither respect their multitude, for one that is just is better than 1,000. And better it is to die without children than to have them that are ungodly. The Lord said in Matthew 19:27 on down, we're going to receive 100-fold. So for all you brothers worried about, my kids, I can't have kids, this and that, my future, and all that, we're going to have many opportunities to have many children. But right now, the scripture say, he that has wives be as though that he had none, though they had none, right? So it is what it is. We're not here to fucking be Mr. Family Guy Israelite like Kana, Kingdom Paths. We ain't here to be that. Okay, we're actually here to sacrifice for the Lord. The Lord, hey, if he Wisdom Solomon 3:14 we just read. Like, blessed be the eunuch, which with his hands have wrought no iniquity. Some brothers are eunuchs. Like, literally don't deal with women. Monk mode. How you gonna have kids if you can't deal with women? So we're not here to the men of the Lord are not here to establish their family. And on this side, we're gonna have a damn army worth of children in the kingdom, man. And in the kingdom, they'll be happy. It won't be like Deuteronomy 28:41, where it says, thou have begot children, but thou shalt not enjoy them. Thou shalt beget daughters and sons, and thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. So, in the kingdom, man, it's going to be Zechariah Zechariah the 8th chapter, man. Children playing in the streets, in the marketplaces, chilling, living. And every man with his staff in his hand. For very age, which we ain't ever gonna get old, but we still gonna we're gonna live forever. But the point is that we're gonna be in our power. Staff represent power. The staff and the rod represent power, man. The scepter of rulership. Okay, that's gonna come and return to the daughter of Zion, which ultimately, in this place, our people are defiled, and that's why it says, "Delight not in ungodly sons, unless the fear of the Lord be in them." So that's why the Lord's gonna start over with you brothers that's in His truth, that belong to the elect, that belong to the elect, that belong to the Lord, which the elect belong to the Lord. So yeah, with that, Kahalayim Lai Hawa, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostle of the great millstone. Peace and salutation to the elect. All right. Those of you that are not brain dead zombies getting ready to be destroyed. All right. That's who we do this work for. And that's who we ultimately, that's who the Lord loves. Above all things, that's who the Lord loves. The special spirits He created that are out here worshiping Him in spirit and truth. And the times that we're coming into, and the times that we are in, but how much more the times that we're coming into, because that's where your faith is really going to get tested and needed. So yeah, desire not a multitude of unprofitable children, and delight not in ungodly sons. For one that is just is better than 1,000, and the better is it to die without children than to have them that are ungodly. All right. So if you're an ungodly nigga, it's better to die than to be an ungodly nigga. And that's what is going to happen to the 2/3. The Lord said, man, you so bad that I'm going to have to put you down like old Yeller. You're so terrible that I got up. Hey, the scripture say in the law, Deuteronomy 21, I believe, says, if a man have a glutton and a stubborn bastard son, you shall take him before the elders of the city and stone him. So our people have waxed fat, kicked against the Lord, waxed stubborn. So the Lord's gonna rain upon them that hail, it would say constellation of hail. That's gonna pelt these people. That's gonna leave them here and melt them. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna leave that right here with that. I'm gonna leave you with that. Ezekiel chapter 22. All right, Ezekiel chapter 22. Cause this is what the Lord said, right? Pursuant to Revelation 14:9, He said that they're gonna He's gonna pour out the wrath without mixture, right, upon them that take that micro-C hip. But all you 2/3 niggas are gonna take that thing, and you all gonna be destroyed because you believe in the society and the way of this world now. So Galatians 5:10, real quick. It says, "I have confidence in you through the Lord Yahushua, that ye be none otherwise minded, but he that trouble you shall bear his judgment, whosoever he be." So these people who are troubling us, they're gonna bear their judgment. These niggas. So Ezekiel 22 is gonna hit them. The Lord's gonna leave them here and melt them. They're not gonna come with us on the first go around. It says Ezekiel 22 and 15. I will scatter thee among the heathen and disperse thee in the countries, and will consume thy filthiness out of thee. And thou shalt take thy inheritance in thyself in the sight of the heathen, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, the house of Israel is to me become dross. They are all brass and tin and iron and lead. In the midst of the furnace, they are even the dross of silver, not gold. They're not gold or precious stones, right? They're like dross and tin and iron. That ain't worth a damn. All right. You want gold or you want gold, man. Really, you want gold. That's the best gold. Even diamonds, but gold. The Lord's money deal with gold, rubies. So thou hast become as dross. Behold, I will gather you in the midst of Jerusalem. Therefore, As they that gather silver, brass, and iron, and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it, to melt it, so will I gather you in my anger. So pissed off with you niggas, I'm gonna gather you in my anger, and in my fury, I will leave you there, and I will melt you. Yeah, I will gather you and blow you in the fire of my wrath, and ye shall be melted in the midst thereof. As silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall it be melted in the midst thereof. And ye shall know that I, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, have poured out my fury upon you. All right. So with that, Kahalayim Lai, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Bashem Kakodash. Once again, double honors to the Apostle Great Millstone. Peace, citations unto the elect, man. Better it is to have no children to die. Better it is to die with no children than to have them that are ungodly. All right. So with that, shalom.